zero-duty imports and fiber shortages threaten India's wood positive paper industry amid rapid shift to green packaging asterisk. Bengaluru, 26 February 2026. The Indian paper sector is at a critical crossroads. While we are driving the nation's transition to sustainable, plastic-free packaging, our domestic manufacturing base is under severe threat, stated Pavan Khaitan, President of the Indian Pulp and Paper Technical Association, IPPTA. He was addressing the media following the inauguration of the IPPTA AGM and Seminar at the Royal Orchid Resort and Convention Centre today. The Indian paper industry issued a strong call for urgent policy intervention to protect its domestic manufacturing base from the dual threats of zero-duty imports and a severe domestic fibre shortage. The sharp rise in paper and paperboard imports from China and ASEAN countries at zero or low duty is placing immense financial pressure on domestic mills that are simultaneously investing heavily in green technologies. We urgently need a level playing field against these low-priced imports, Pavan Khaitan stated.
Front of the paper mills are operating with the recycled fiber, which we call it as a secondary fiber. So the industry is so green. Now, coming to the second part of the conference is for the bioresources for the fuel, for the energy sector. And we all know the conferences and the seminars and the global conclave is happening on the fossil fuel reduction, the conventional fuel, fossil fuel, which is coal today. That has to be substantially reduced. Even today, if you talk about the industry, let it not be only in India, globally, 50 to almost 60% of the energy is from the coal, fossil fuel. And in India, almost 60 to 70% of the industries are operating with fossil fuel coal, fully or in some parts, in a mixture. Now the government has taken initiative that the fossil fuel reduction has to happen and the coal consumptions have to come down. So many mills in the north, many mills, in India have started using a lot of, the waste,
for paper making rather than wood or late 70s. Most of the paper was made out of wood only, and that line still goes. See, every printed paper, everywhere you see one line, save paper, save trees. That is what the understanding is. Most of us understand that paper means destroying trees, making out of trees. But things changed during this period gradually. And today, as Mr. Krishnan said, that almost 70 to 73% paper is made out of recycled paper. That means for a layman, waste paper to paper now. And about 6-7-8% from agricultural residues. Balance 20% is of course from wood, but none of the wood is sourced from any forest resources. All wood is being sourced from or social forestry, where we help the farmers as an alternate income to grow trees, and we research with them so that their yields go up, their income goes up. And India being a hot country, warm country, this is about 3-4 years cycle that a tree matures. So therefore,
condition where fossil fuel basically availability may be a big concern into coming days of. So now, what is the industry waste in terms of the Indian paper industry, and how best we can basically utilize this solid waste into some part of the energy, which can be basically being utilized in terms of their manufacturing process, and that is much more advantage to us. Related to the raw material, okay, number of things, new inventions are being coming in the Indian paper industry to be basically much more related to the new fibers, new technology, energy efficient technology. But one part is, you can say, in the coming days, whatever the IPPTA contribution related to the Indian paper industry, the topics are much more concerned with the problem being faced by the Indian paper industry. And that, you can say, the every paper industry has to take part in this type of conferences, where number of technical papers are being basically printed and published in the Indian Technical Conference IPPTA, as well as the, you can say, the sum of, you can say, maybe 50 to 60% papers are being presented in terms of the conference, where industry delegates as well the India's industry experts are being basically part of that, you can say, the conference, and they take advantage of this technical brief as well as the technical side of these topics. So that you can say the maybe much more impacting the our scenario, Indian paper, pulp and paper technical experts as well as the industry. One part
by various different mills, who have done some good job in terms of bioresources, both energy and raw material front. So we will be discussing that. You see plastic bottles lying around, you see glasses breaking, but paper is one thing, that quietly does its job, goes back to the nature. Have you noticed that? Even a waste paper, we are claiming that 70% of the paper is made by waste paper. So that is all being recycled. Only part, the concerning part is that we don't recover it nicely. We mix it with the plastic, which is the culprit, and then we have got to segregate that to make paper out of it. Imagine, gentlemen, a paper can be recycled 6 to 7 times, again, to make a good quality paper. 6 to 7 times. So telling about some results, the Power Ministry through BEE, that is Bureau of Energy Efficiency, they selected few, sector-wise, they selected few designated paper plants and they assigned a fixed energy consumption norms. Okay.
And the theme that we've chosen is very, very relevant, which is the rightful use of raw materials, and both in paper making and for energy generation. So I think this is a resource which is very, very valuable for all of us. And the fact that it is renewable adds to the multi-usability of this material. You can renew it, grow it again and again, use it to either make paper or to use it in boilers for energy generation. So I think it's something which the earth is providing us as a huge amount of value, and we as people around it should not really treat it as a waste or look at it as a waste, but it's a very valuable material that can generate a lot of income both for farmers and for the industry. And the complete recyclability process lends to the entire circle of renovation and reinvention, because paper, as I think our secretary and earlier must have been shared, that all paper can be recycled again and again multiple times, lending to the recyclability of the material. The raw material that we use as is in a renewable in nature can be cut again and again to use as either paper making or as fuel for boiler. And also it helps that when we use it as such, we prevent its burning in the fields and prevent the pollution that happens surrounding the burning of these materials in the field. Farmers' income grow because not only do they get from the crop, but they get it from the straws also, which is sold to the industry for using for both these options. So the fact is, I think if we use it very, very properly, efficiently, effectively, a lot more value addition happens. And as I said, that it's not a waste, but a very material of value. And to my mind, I think the words of Mahatma Gandhi resonate in my mind, that there is something for everybody's need, but not for everybody's greed. So we need to use it very, very carefully. And with that, I sort of thank you for coming here on and attending this press conference. It gives us a lot of strength that our AGM and seminar that we're going to hold in Bengaluru is off to a good start. Thank you so much.